Hello everybody and welcome to episode 11 of Let's Play Resident Evil 5. As always, I'm your host, Josh. With me, my good friend Dalton. Say hello to everybody.
Hello.
And we haven't played this in over a week.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it was before Thanksgiving. Was the last time we played this.
Back in the saddle again.
Since then, in between Thanksgiving and now, Bethesda burned through basically all of the goodwill that they had built up.
It's running thin these days, that's for sure.
We'll worry about this later. First, we need to find out.
It's getting pretty thin.
You're right. Let's see what we can dig up.
I heard they apologized for their lack of communication recently.
Umbrella, what the hell are they doing here? This is nothing to see there. This is that flower where they get the virus or whatever, right?
Yeah. The original OG virus. The story in the series is pretty weird.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
It's pretty B-movie-esque, yeah.
It's always been dumb. I love this series, but...
Yeah. Oh, I hear you, because this is one of my favorite game franchises, and I admit that the story and the general horror itself is like so B-movie, and I mean that's kind of why it's good in a way as well.
Yeah.
But like the games like Silent Hill are much better in terms of like horror. If you want like a real like horror like feel from a game, Silent Hill's a lot better, I think.
Yeah, play that. Play Fear. Looks like
Fear,
Purifier.
Fear's great.
Yeah, Fear's awesome. I wanna let's play the Fear trilogy sometime.
Oh hell yeah!
The first one is easily the best of the bunch.
Yeah, I played the second one first, and yeah, after beating the first one, I love that so much more. I mean, the second one is good, but I like the feel of the gunplay and like all that type of stuff more in the first one.
Yeah, the guns are just so much fucking fun to fire in the first Fear. It's just... God, that game is so fucking good. What's this? Read document.
Begins.
A clipboard with some old, new documents attached to it. Construction supervisor's log. So we finally kicked the Paya from the ruins where they were squatting in. I have heard it was just to get the flower field, but that's the least of my concerns right now. One thing I do know is that the construction has been a colossal headache. Trying to build something among the ruins is almost impossible to begin with. Just to get started, we had to change the groundwater channels. That meant the flower bed wasn't getting irrigated properly, and now the flower beds are dying. On top of it all, I have the head of research, Brandon, breathing down my neck. He says he wants the facilities to be at least 3 times bigger than than originally planned. I mean, you're kind of working in limited space here, dude. You're like underground, and you don't get to pick the size of the underground chamber, I don't think.
Yeah.
So after that got approved, we fired the supervisor before me, Peter. Not sure why though. Maybe he looked at them the wrong way or something. If I let these flowers die, the same thing will happen to me. I can't help but sympathize with poor Petey. Working with these science types is a pain in the ass. I hope we find a new water source soon. Our survey showed that there might be some groundwater 500 meters down. That's pretty deep. So we'll
yeah.
probably have to use the new pump system the Fabiano company makes. Hopefully that'll work. But with how everything has went so far, I'm sure something will go wrong. This note is fucking long. The only problem is that I have no idea when I'll be getting those new pumps. Even best case scenario, there's no way we'll get those new pumps in here set up before the new year is out. Looks like we'll just have to use the old-fashioned manpower to fetch the water for those flowers so they don't die. Looks like I'm going to be spending the last Christmas of the 60s. God damn. The 60s, really. This has been here since the 60s. Away from my family.
Yeah.
In this dank, dark cave. Playing gardener for some flowers. Ain't life a bitch? Document following this is newer. Administration's log. The pumps are properly irrigating the progenitor flowers, but they require a lot of maintenance. Umbrella installed these pumps over 30 years ago. It's a wonder that they still even work. The tank that filters the water is barely holding up. We need to replace these pumps as soon as possible. In a lucky turn, I found the log of Umbrella's construction supervisor. It said that the pump system has been designed by a company called Fabiano. I think we use Fabiano pumps in our natural resource development division. I'll talk to Mr. Irving. Yeah, good luck with that. He's dead. The foreman at the oil plant, and see if we can get some newer pumps for him. Okay, I read it.
Yeah, there's a lot of long ones. That's a kind of the sucky thing about this chapter. If you want to read the files, it's pretty long.
Oh, hey, a new one. From Chief Research, Brandon's Journal, number 1, 1966. December 4th, Mr. Spencer spoke of the flowers called the Stairway to the Sun. Supposedly this flower would give the person who consumed it incredible abilities. Everyone thought it was nothing more than a rumor or legend that Mr. Spencer was telling us. But the latter research would prove us wrong. The person to recognize the validity of the story was my teacher, Mr. James Marcus. He hypothesized that a virus hitherto unknown might exist that could alter DNA. The man is so perspicacious? Whatever the fuck. His hypothesis turned out to be correct. The virus discovered in the flower was labeled as progenitor virus. The first 3 months in Africa we worked diligently, fretted over the results, and staved off attacks from the Nidipaya. After such time, our efforts were finally rewarded. God damn it. Even Dr. Marcus, who until yesterday looked exhausted, was in good spirits. He wants to return home as soon as possible to delve into his research. I feel the same way. I want to learn the secrets of the progenitor virus as soon as possible. 1967, February 12th. We've hit the metaphorical brick wall. We brought the progenitor flower back from Africa and attempted to cultivate it there. The initial culture samples of the progenitor virus have not shown DNA altering characteristics. We cultivated the flower to mass produce the progenitor virus. At first, everything proceeded smoothly. The plants were strong and grew quickly. In a short amount of time, they flowered. But here is when a major problem surfaced. The flowers did not contain the progenitor virus. Perhaps the environment in which they're grown triggers the development of the virus. This matter must be investigated further. March 23rd. We've made no progress. We tried cultivating the flower under different conditions, but there was no luck in triggering development of the virus itself. Thus, we have tried changing the soil water. The soil, water, temperature, and light exposure, all with no success. I got into a heated debate with Dr. Marcus about the direction the research was taking. During the debate, Mr. Spencer injected some foolhardy notion of starting a company. Without the progenitor virus, there's no point in starting a company. Does he not see that? It's all pointless.
Yeah, James Marcus is from RE0. And he's the founder of Umbrella. Well, him and Spencer are the founders of Umbrella.
I have not played Zero yet.
Zero is a pretty good game. I mean, some people don't like it, but I mean, it has its, like, the atmosphere is still pretty damn good. Like, comparable to a remake, even.
What the hell is that up in the corner there?
Oh.
There's something moving.
About.
There's something moving. Yeah,
shit.
It just crawled away. What the fuck was that?
Oh, in this room over here, there's another note. Oh, there's a computer, I mean.
There's a note out here, too.
Oh, damn.
Okay, let's get to reading. Invoice copy. Umbrella Training Facility, Dr. James Marcus, 5 cases of the progenitor sample, December 15th, 1977. African Research Center Director Brandon Bailey. Okay, that was a simple one. Fuck that door. Read document. Chief Research Brandon's Journal Number 2, 1968. April 15. It's been over a year since we've had any breakthroughs. That's why Dr. Marcus and I have decided to return to Africa. We can no longer continue research without the progenitor virus. I know the routine attacks by the
N-word.
Depaya are how the fuck am I supposed to pronounce that shit? Are really going to rack my nerves, but for the sake of our research, I will persevere. In the face of my foreseen dismay, it was Mr. Spencer who provided the answer. If you're worried about the Depaya people, we'll just have to remove them from the equation. I can only imagine the look of shock on our faces. The idea never occurred to us. It was quite an atypical solution to our problem, but it seemed to be the only option available. I mean, is that not the people we've been fighting this entire time? Dr. Marcus and I decided Mr. Spencer's plan. Finally, some good news. We learned that they were able to chase the Depaya off their land. The land we acquired only amounts to half of the underground ruins, but it was included in the area where the progenitor flowers grow, and then there should be no issues. Mr. Spencer said that the plan to construct research facilities at the site which will expedite our research into the virus. We hastily made our preparations to depart for Africa, but Mr. Spencer requested that Dr. Marcus stay in Raccoon City to take over the training center. We were initially taken aback by the request, but we soon realized that it was the logical course of action. Dr. Marcus needs a calm environment to properly conduct his research. If we were in Africa, there would be no proper facility for him to use at this time. I just hope the African research facilities get built soon. Now I will go alone to Africa and send back samples of the progenitor virus to Dr. Marcus. Both Dr. Marcus and Dr. Spencer agree that this is the best course of action. I will start making preparations to go. I have a feeling they'll be pretty busy starting tomorrow, September 29th. God damn it, these are so long. I've been in Africa for 2 weeks now. It's a good thing Dr. Marcus isn't here. This place is far from being a paradise of research and scientific study. These so-called research facilities are nothing more than a bunch of tents, and we have to employ the armed soldiers to keep the Dapaya people at bay. But the thing that gets me on my nerves the most is the sound of the construction for real research facilities. How am I supposed to concentrate on research when everything is threatening to drive me insane? I'm trying to just concentrate on extracting the virus samples from the progenitor flower so I can send them to Dr. Marcus. Hopefully, if I focus on my work, I can remain sane in this godforsaken place. 1969. Jesus Christ. This research facility... The research facilities are finally completed. This is the real umbrella African Research Center, not just the pile of tents. But I've come to a realization in the past 9 months. The facilities are just too small for our needs. We need to make them larger, more suitable for research. Then we can fill them with more talented researchers. This place needs to be our front line for the progenitor virus research. Our results will do a great service to Dr. Marcus and his viral research. In a rare turn of events, the old skinflint Spencer actually agreed with me on this. Research. Did these both of these computers have the exact same shit in them, or no?
Oh, the other one doesn't work.
Research Director Brandon's Journal, 1998. We've closed down the research center. It is strange, but I don't really care. I'm indifferent to the whole thing. I feel the same way when I heard the Arclight facility and Raccoon City were destroyed. When did I become so apathetic? I've spent every waking moment researching and extracting progenitor virus. Everything I did was for Dr. Marcus. Actually, when I think about it, I probably stopped caring the day I heard he died. All those years ago. Does that happen in RE0?
Yeah, James Marcus is the boss, the final boss in the game.
I didn't feel angry or happy or even shocked. I felt nothing at all. It was as if all my emotions were just shut down. I kept sending out samples of the progenitor virus to all of Umbrella's laboratories. I was just an automated machine reporting to Umbrella headquarters every time one of their subordinates made a breakthrough or discovery, something new. I was like a zombie, ambling through life, no thoughts or feelings. Now the research center where I spent half my life is closed. I really don't care one way or another. It's probably all for the best. Perhaps it is too late to have any semblance of life again. Incendiary grenade. A shelf of files.
Hopefully we don't have to read them. Oh.
Telegram from James. God damn, there's so many fucking files to read in here. It's ridiculous. T-virus development a success. Development a success. January 13th, 1978. That. So if they developed it in the 70s, how the hell did it not break out to the? And
I think it has to do with. Well, James Marcus is actually the one who caused the T-virus outbreak in the Spencer Mansion and the train. So he's basically the root of the series when it boils down to it.
I don't know how, but they could be using them to produce biological weapons.
You don't say, Chris.
This is the facility from the picture, no doubt about it.
We finally get
And these rigs are something else. God damn. These PCs.
Tricell. More shit to read. Yay.
Woo!
Tricell research. What the hell did you just break? Miguel's
The flower
journal number 1.
glass.
Oh, you can break that?
Yeah.
I heard it was the laboratory used by Umbrella in Africa. My expectations were raised, to say the least, but when I say it, well, it's a lab in name only. I don't know how Umbrella ever used it, and Lord knows how Tricell could possibly have any use for it. What the fuck is Tricell's part in this shit?
They're basically a new Umbrella for the game. Same type of thing.
The place was abandoned long ago. There's nothing there of any value to us. Yeah, the computers are from the 90s, so what do you expect? You're running Windows 98 on that thing?
Just like the RPD station computer.
Not one piece of lab equipment remains. At least there's nothing that still works. I can't say I'm surprised because I half expected this. Anyway, the important thing is the progenitor virus. If we didn't need that virus for our research, there would have been no need to come to this rundown Umbrella facility. Anyway, we already have samples of the T virus, the G virus, the T Veronica virus, and even the Los Plagas parasite. We have everything we need for our research. We just don't have those damn We just don't have the damn progenitor virus. We finally got our hands on it. Hopefully, this will give us much needed breakthrough in our research. I can't wait to start working for it. March 7th. I wonder who came up with the name Liquor for those creatures. I mean, when you see it, it's a long tongue. When you see its long tongue and just know that it's the perfect name. They probably saw the long tongue and went, yeah, Liquor.
Simple, short, and sweet.
Yeah. But for research like BOWs, like the Liquor, are just a pain in the ass. If I said liquors were too perfect, I'm probably going too far in my paradise, in my praise. but they're pretty much evolutionary dead end. There's no room for improvement. BOWs were created using the T virus. Don't seem to show much improvement when the progenitor virus is administered. Wasn't the T virus created from the progenitor virus, so that would make sense? I mean,
yeah, the T virus is made from the progenitor virus.
I mean, their abilities show some slight improvements. For example, the sense of smell seems more or less improved, but that's all we've got so far. There's still blind as an old lady, and they're still ugly as shit. The biggest jump in their evolution seems to be their ability to reproduce. I hate it when things don't go according to plan, but I love it when a plan comes together. But since there's still a demand for liquors on the BOW market, I guess things aren't all that bad. Any more bullshit for me to read? Or is that the end of it?
Hopefully that's the case. I honestly can't remember if there's anything else. I think there's maybe at least one more thing, but I don't think so. Hopefully not. Should be about it. All that lore dumping.
Yeah, they just dumped a ton of lore. Oh wait, I can power this one on too. Great. Great. That's what I wanted to do, is read more. I've spent the first like 20 minutes of this episode just reading.
Oh, there's another one. God damn. I didn't even notice that.
An email to an acquaintance. Hey, I know this is sudden, but I'm going to be getting some time off soon. We've completed most of the work on the new project. Sorry, you know I can't talk about work. So they're giving us some time off as a reward for all our hard work. All the staff are leaving tomorrow, and we'll finally be getting out of this country. I'm heading straight back to Arizona, and I can't wait to get home and see everyone. More than that, I think I'll just be happy to get away from the high and mighty Miguel. Guy thinks he's some sort of super genius. Miguel's a guy that sits next to me at work, and he's a good researcher and all, but don't get me wrong, he's got some ideas and is good at noticing details, but every time he opens his mouth, he's just going on and on about how great he is. You can't even begin to imagine what torture it is to hear about that day in and day out. I wish we made a sedative so I could give him. But forget all of that. What matters is that I should be back home within the next few days. When I get back, I'll give you a call. We gotta go out and get smashed. I could use the break. Talk to you soon, Ryan. Who the fuck is Ryan?
Ryan. Okay, hopefully that's it.
God.
Bloody claw marks? Uh-oh, what could that be? I wonder.
Man, who the hell was killed here to get all this blood all over the wall?
Yeah, what the fuck? Turning that valve.
Yeah, turn that thing forever.
Oh shit.
Looks like they were torn apart by an animal, not in a good... Is there a good way to be torn apart by an animal? Let's pull this lever, see what it does.
Oh shit! That's spooky.
It's trying hard to be a horror game again. It's like, oh wait,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be a horror game.
Someone pinched it. Pinch the game, somebody. Wake it up.
I was just supposed to break the glass.
There we go. Lickers are blind, so they rely on hearing. So it's kind of easy to trick them sometimes, or it's easy to get past them.
Yeah, I remember
in this next part coming up.
them in,
RE2.
who the hell's coming here to feed the goats?
They're just standing there. Like, how long have they been here? Like, holy shit, there's nobody down here.
Yeah.
Another green herb. Oh, shit. You can kill the animals if you want. If you're cruel. For an evil person.
Oh, I can't pick up the green herb.
I guess if I don't... They're gonna starve anyway, honestly.
Hi, doggo.
Douche.
Some lab animals. How long have they been locked up? I don't know. I guess we can't set them free, can we?
No.
Okay.
You can have them as, like, support characters and they can help you fight.